India's projection of power with Modi, Xi, Putin huddle at the Shanghai Cooperation Organization summit has caught the attention of the world. The Modi-Xi summit gives India greater room for a maneuver in a rapidly transforming geopolitical landscape. Not just his, Prime Minister Modi's meeting with President Vladimir Putin was marked with great warmth and goodwill. In the summit statement, SCO leaders opposed unilateral coercive measures, including those of an economic nature negatively affecting the global economy, undermining fair competition, hindering international cooperation, and the achievement of the UN SDGS. This means Donald Trump's tariffs could impoverish much of the world and make food and energy scarce. Also, the joint declaration strongly condemned the terrorist attack in Pahalgam. Condemnation of the terrorism is seen as win for India. China and India are the biggest buyers of Russian oil, which sends out the SCO signal that they won't be pushed around on energy security. There is another parallel development that reflects doublespeak of US President Donald Trump. After expressing concern about Chinese students flooding American university, he suddenly declared that he would welcome 6 lakh students from China. He paused higher tariffs on China and declared repeatedly that he aims to do a big deal with China. India leveraged the SCO to reset its ties with China and strengthen its partnership with Russia, recalibrating its foreign policy at a time when tariff wars are reshaping global dynamics. The worsening of India-US relations has imparted a significant momentum to the ongoing Sino-Indian reset. Clearly, US is flustered about India's projection of power, and this is reflecting in the mixed responses emerging from Washington. Even as Trump sulks, his administration appears to be fumbling for answers to India's diplomatic blitzkrieg. Trump continues to be stuck on trade rhetoric. US Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent has expressed confidence in resolving trade friction with India, claiming that the two great countries will get this solved. Bessent, however, downplayed the significance of the SCO summit and the rise of India, Russia, and China troika. He said that SCO is a long-standing meeting that is largely performative. Now, on the other hand, at the same time, former Trump aide and the US National Security Advisor John Bolton has called the policies disastrous. He said Trump's tariff policy shredded decades of work to steer India from Russia and help China gain ground. Former NSA Jake Sullivan also slammed Trump. Sullivan accused him of throwing away ties with India over his family's Bitcoin business deal in Pakistan. He said the move to sacrifice the relationship with India is a huge strategic harm in the US's own right. So, how do we evaluate India's power projection at SCO is the first question, and on this issue I am joined by 3 eminent guests. Ambassador Deepak Vora, Jayan Dasgupta, former ambassador to WTO, and distinguished fellow ORF Manoj Joshi. Let me straight away go to Manoj Joshi first. Sir, how do we evaluate India's power projection at SCO? First to you, sir.
You know, I would caution against the whole notion of seeing this as power projection. I would say that this is more of a defensive step, number one. Number two, don't forget that as the SCO summit was something which was planned well before Trump even came to office. India-China reset was also taking place before Trump was elected, meaning we started in April of 2024. Prime Minister Modi, in an interview to the Newsweek magazine, had made it very clear that it was important that we have good relations with China. So right through 2024, we had been improving our relations with China. So Trump only comes really in November, December. But yes, what Trump has done has to have accelerated that process. He has accelerated the process of India-China reset. Plus, it has also made us, in a certain way, rediscover our roots of our relationship with Russia.
Okay.
We have had to re-emphasize our Russian relationship. And I think We don't know what the exact conversation between Prime Minister Modi and Mr. Putin was in that car. No one will know. But you can be sure that it was a substantive conversation between the two leaders.
Okay. Ambassador Dasgupta, your opening comments, how do we evaluate the power projection, as Manoj Joshi says, that we should look at it as a defensive step?
Who's this for? Me or for?
This is for Ambassador Dasgupta, and then I'll come to you, Ambassador.
Thank you very much. Thank you for sparing me.
Well, I would say that this is not really a power projection because this was, as Professor Manoj Joshi has mentioned, this was scheduled from much earlier than President Trump's assuming office. The other point that I wanted to emphasize is that India had never distanced itself from Russia, and it had very sternly said that it would keep buying Russian oil. It was a matter of strategic autonomy. So this is just a reaffirmation of its close ties with Russia. And President Trump, I think day before yesterday, also tweeted or on tweets on Truth Social that India buys Russian oil and also Russian military equipment. So that is something which is also bothering President Trump at least. And of course, he has not joined it with the issue of 25% secondary tariffs. It's only associated with buying Russian oil, but it could come afterwards as an afterthought because President Trump is very difficult to predict. On the China front, I think things had started moving forward from Kazan onwards in July and then October last year. So this is a natural progression, and China has also expressed on many fora and in many ways that it wants to regularize, to normalize its relationship with India, which went through a nadir after the Galwan incident of 2020. So I think this was a good opportunity for India to show to the rest of the world, and particularly to the US, that nothing is awry in its relationship with China, and its relationship with Russia continues as before. It is built on friendliness and trust, which has been emphasized in the speeches of the two leaders.